Hey out there, Sam Visnick here, Release Muscle Therapy. In today's video, I'm going to show you one of the best neck release massage tools available, so stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Today's video, I'm going to show you one of the best neck massage tools that I think is available. It's helped a lot when sending clients home with follow-up programs to keep their neck healthy and to do soft tissue work in between visits. And that is this guy right here. You might have seen these before. I used to see them all the time, and I used to just kind of blow them off as being nonsense, not good, until I actually bought one of these and started using it on myself and my clients, and I found it to be very, very effective. Okay, so what it is simply is just a tool that has almost kind of like it's plastic, and it compresses in the midline, and it has these two soft balls here that are about the size of a golf ball. Okay, and they're quite comfortable. So what we do is we place it behind the neck. Okay, I'm going to show you here. Okay, and what we can do is we can compress the cervical extensor musculature. Okay, and we can also do some skin stretching or myofascial release types of techniques in the backside of the neck. It's very good in particular for those of you and therapists out there who know this really well, is really accessing those lower cervical soft tissues. Very hard to get to those because if the person is laying face down, we don't always want to be pushing downward toward extension in the lower vertebrae. It's uncomfortable. When we lay somebody on their back supine, we can't always capture those tissues. So the only thing that we're left with is basically pinching the back of the neck when the person is in the face down position. Therapist hands get tired, all sorts of things. Okay, so this I have found to be a very, very effective solution for this. Now there's a couple of rules to this when you use this compressor. We need to be very, very mindful, and the manufacturer doesn't talk about this, is to putting pressure on the very side of the neck in these transverse process areas of the vertebrae, as there's lots of nerves that are coming out of the spine there. And then of course, putting any pressure on the anterior, that's the front of the neck. Okay, 'cause that can be very dangerous, damaging to tissues in the neck. We need to make sure that we are fully on the back side of the neck when we use this tool. So for example, the handles are going to go, you'll see these knobs here where the fingers will go. When we place it on the back side of the neck, we always want air to be on the back side of the neck. So what I usually advise people to do is to just start making compression where they can feel the skin pulling back, and they'll feel that tightening of the skin on the front a little bit, and that way we know we're very much on the back side of the body. That is a very good way to start your release, and we can slowly start working our way in and starting to pinch the musculature in this area and making sure that we're not moving too far anterior. Okay, so I'm going to do this on myself here, and I'll show you a couple of tricks. So when I start here, I'm going to start probably fairly high up, okay, relatively speaking. The ball is going to make contact with the occiput, that's the bottom of the skull, and the first thing that I do here is I just kind of make contact with it, and I just let the skin pull just a little bit. Now I can basically hold that, or I can add to the intensity a little bit by kind of pinching my fingers inward. And what that's going to do is it's going to grab the skin, and it's also going to grab some of the tissue with it. We're going to compress it, and I can do one of two things. I can just hold this position and wait for the sensation to diminish, i.e. the release. Or number two, I can hold that position and I can do some active movement. And this is where some real magic happens here, where I'm basically pinning those tissues, and I can move my head around in different directions to assist with improving the stretch at that specific location. So this is pretty cool. When I'm done with that, I move to the next level, okay, and I capture that, and usually at about C3, C4 is going to be the easiest place to use this tool. So again, I repeat that procedure. I pinch in, and then I can move my head around in different directions. I feel some trigger points in there that are referring sensations up to the head, so we're going to be effectively dealing with those as well. Okay, and I can work my way all the way down. Now it gets really interesting as we get to the lower portion of the cervical spine, and you may be tempted to put it more on the anterior side of the neck, but let me repeat, do not do this. Keep it low and down toward the back side so you feel, if anything, a little bit more of a skin stretch. Then if you pinch in, you can feel yourself capturing some of those tissues. And again, rolling around into all different directions. Okay, it really is that simple, and this is an amazing tool for you to do self-treatment of your neck musculature especially to support your manual therapy sessions if you're seeing a healthcare provider that performs those functions as well. So take a look at this, great tool. This is the one I have. I'll give you a link down below in the description box in the comments for this one in particular if you want to grab onto that one. Otherwise, there are different options available as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Grab one of these if you've got neck stuff, and I'll see you next time.